It's August 4th, 2023, a bit after 1 o'clock on Friday. So that means it's Lobster Roll Friday. So I'm going to go out and buy a lobster roll, and we're going to review it. Now, where am I going to go? Well, I've already visited all of the relatively nearby lobster shacks here on the quiet side of Mount Desert Island. And if I want to get a lobster roll today, the closest place I can go to visit a new place is Northeast Harbor. And Northeast Harbor is around a 20-mile drive and takes about 40 minutes because of the speed limits and the fact that I have to drive through Bass Harbor and Southwest Harbor and Somesville to get there. So it's raining out right now, so I don't think I want to drive over there. I'm going to save that one for a nice day when I can visit Northeast Harbor and shoot a Northeast Harbor video. Shooting a video in the rain would not be any fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and try a buttered lobster roll. So far, I've only done the classics, which are done with a little bit of mayo. And today, I'm going to try a buttered lobster roll. And because buttered lobster rolls are served warm, I'm going to go to the closest place that serves one that I know will probably be pretty good, and that's Archie's over in Bass Harbor. And that is only about 4 to 5 minutes from home, so I should be able to pick up a warm buttered lobster roll and get it home ready to eat in 5 minutes or so it will still be warm. So let's head over to Archie's Lobster in Bass Harbor and pick up a buttered lobster roll. Okay, I'm over at Archie's at one of their waterfront picnic tables. I'm looking right into the wind. Sorry about the wind noise. But you can see it's high tide, and this is really waterfront. It doesn't get more waterfront than this. This table is maybe 10 feet from the water. So I'm going to go over back here and order a lobster roll. And we'll see what they're going for now. And we're going to try our first buttered lobster roll. Oh, it is windy. Their sign just blew over. Okay, this is Archie's hot or warm buttered lobster roll. It costs $32 before tax, $34.48 with tax. So it's quite a bit more expensive than their standard classic mayo lobster roll, which is $28. And here it is. It's served with utensils. There's a piece of pickle, the lobster roll on a standard New England hot dog bun. Yeah, it looks like a fair amount of lobster in there. We'll find out when we cut it in half. And a little bag of chips. So, has it got anything else on it? Does not appear to have any lettuce. If it does, it's way down at the bottom and quite small. So, I'm going to cut it in half and we're going to give it a try. Okay, first taste goes to my wife, who's going to try this one.
It's good.
What do you think? How does this compare to the mayo lobster roll?
I like the butter flavor. On the other hand, the roll is very soft. Possibly from being heated with the butter.
Ah.
So that's a problem.
How's the pickle?
It's good.
And the chips look like chips.
Yeah.
So how do you rate this one?
This is very good though.
Yeah. So just butter, no mayonnaise, no lettuce, nothing.
Nothing, no.
Okay, so it gets a thumbs up from my wife. Now, I am going to give it the taste test and see what I think of it. Now, the roll is soft because it's been sitting here It took me about 9 minutes to get home and up here to open this up. It took 8 minutes to get it, so it takes a little longer than the standard lobster roll because they do have to warm the lobster up and saute it in butter. So I'm going to give it a bite.
Yeah, the lobster is warm.
Yeah, that's very different from a classic lobster roll. The butter gives the lobster a nice flavor, nice rich flavor. The lobster flavor is still very good. So this is nice lobster. And, if you like your lobster rolls warm with butter, I think this is a very good lobster roll. And has plenty of lobster. Here's a view of my half after I took a bite out of it. There's some claw meat and some tail meat and a little bit of knuckle meat. So it's got a little bit of everything. Now these pieces of claw are from smaller lobsters. So this is most likely soft shell lobster, and this is a relatively small, probably about a 1 pound lobster that they made the lobster roll from. And this certainly has the meat from more than one lobster on it. Now I'm going to give this pickle a bite. That's a good pickle. Nice dill pickle. Tastes like it's got a little garlic in it, which I like, which is kind of a rarity here in Maine, finding a garlic dill pickle. Nice and crispy, and in general, a good pickle. And I'm sure the potato chips are pretty much standard potato chips. Well, they're good enough. Typical potato chips. So this is Archie's warm buttered lobster roll. I think it's definitely a good lobster roll. It's got a good amount of lobster on it. It's well prepared. They warmed the lobster up nicely and basically sauteed it in warm butter. So makes for a nice lobster roll. Does take a little bit longer than a standard lobster roll to prepare because they do have to heat the lobster up. But I think it's definitely worthwhile and a good option if you like your lobster rolls prepared this way. It's hard to say which one I prefer. I've so far tried 8 classic lobster rolls with a little bit of mayo, and they've been all over the place in terms of how much mayo they had. I don't like much. I like just enough to taste it. So, but I think this warm buttered lobster roll is a good alternative. And although every place I've looked, they are a little bit more expensive, but they do take a little more labor. So, and that's justified, I think. So anyway, that is the warm buttered lobster roll from Archie's Lobster in Bass Harbor, Maine. Hope you enjoyed this quick look at a lobster roll review for August 4, 2023.